Good morning.
Good morning.
I was in charge of writing a speech in the weather, so it looks like I've got half my job done, but I want to thank everybody out here today for joining me in what's, I think, a terrific opportunity to do what's right for Charlotte and take on a task that my wife and my two sons are fully behind me. But I want to thank each of you for taking time on your busy day to join me, and let me talk a little bit about what I think is important about what needs to happen in our city. My wife Beverly and I chose to make Charlotte our home 25 years ago as a young couple ready to start our careers and raise a family. When it was time for us to make a decision about the education for our two sons, both of whom are with us today, we chose to invest in our public schools, where they received great education that prepared them to attend the best colleges in the country. After graduation this past spring, our oldest son has moved back to Charlotte, downtown, started his first job, a migration we could only imagine 20 years ago. Beverly and I have laid down deep roots in Charlotte, becoming involved in issues that were the most important to the growth of our family. We were volunteered on children's issues, women's issues, business issues, neighborhood issues. We've led PTAs, our homeowner association, Boy Scouts, youth sports, service organizations, and business groups. Thankfully, our children share the desire to make a difference and have served as big brothers, built houses for Habitat for Humanity, and learned along the way a common message: to treat others as you want to be treated. Early in my career, I had a community-minded employer who gave me the encouragement and freedom to serve on our Planning Commission and later our Board of Education. During my time on the board, we built and renovated more schools in all parts of Charlotte than any time in our county's history. We gave parents the opportunity to choose between neighborhood schools and a variety of high-quality magnet schools. We started down a road to reform that provided the best opportunities for our children to learn and become successful citizens. A little over a decade ago, and with Beverly's help and support, I started my own small business that's grown to 4 offices in 2 states. The flexibility of owning a business has proved not to be just a way to make a living, but given me a chance to make a greater difference in my community. As our boys have left for college, I continue my commitment to public service. With the help of many of you here today, in 2003 I was elected to an at-large seat on the Charlotte City Council, re-elected in 2005, and again in 2007. My strengths have been a combination of effective leadership, a balanced voice of reason, combined with a desire to make good things happen, and an ability to work across party lines to get things done. As chair of the City Council's Economic Development Committee, I've led our efforts to strengthen Charlotte Center City and revitalize business corridors throughout town. Under my leadership, we've created a new cultural campus and added venues and attractions designed to grow our tourism business and enhance the quality of life of Charlotteans. We brought retail back to the rundown Midtown Mall site and started laying the tracks for a streetcar system that will connect the spot where we stand today to opportunities in our city center and our neighbors who live and work along Beatties Ford Road. Our efforts on Wilkinson Boulevard have brought the Bryant Park development to life and a home for the Charlotte School of Law. We stand here today in the shadow of Eastland Mall, where I've committed my time and effort over the past 2 years to find a redevelopment solution for an area much of Charlotte has forgotten. A place that was a center of commercial activity when Bev and I came to Charlotte in 1983. I've worked with fellow council members, key staff, property owners, land planners, and neighbors to develop a strategy. We've invested in the project and have a clear plan to bring this area back to life with community services, employment opportunities, a focus on crime prevention, and market rate housing that can provide a catalyst for the business corridors of East Charlotte. The site where we stand today reflects the challenges facing our city: economic downturn, job loss, and unacceptable criminal behavior. This site also represents the opportunities and vision of hard-working, dedicated citizens, folks that believe in the possibilities of our great city. I believe that the leadership skills necessary to meet these challenges and take advantage of these opportunities must be results-oriented, business-driven, and based on a proven ability to work with citizens from all walks of life and from every corner of our great city. As Charlotte was among the last to experience the severe impact of the country's economic downturn, we must take the necessary steps to ensure we are the first to regain economic stability and full recovery. We must work to keep our taxes low, to create an environment advantageous to businesses and job creation. We must help provide opportunities to train and retrain workers to fill new jobs. We must build and maintain appropriate infrastructure and a strong public transportation system. We must reduce the crime rate, especially in economically depressed areas, in order for businesses to prosper and neighborhoods to be safe. We must work to put a roof over the heads of every working family in our city. All of this is critical to getting Charlotte back on track. This is not easy work, and certainly not for those who are unprepared and inexperienced in making tough choices. These complex issues require wise investment and consensus building. Experienced and proven leadership is critical to address the difficult issues of job creation, crime, transportation, and meeting the housing needs of our community. Over the next year, leaders from the public and private sectors will need to work together to put together the blueprint for economic recovery, focusing the resources we will need to attract investment to our city. We must develop a strategy of job creation, matching the strengths of our public schools, community colleges, and universities to meet the demands of the emerging job market. Importantly, as public servants, our City Council, County Commission, School Board, and legislative delegations will need to work together during this most challenging economic time to find and implement the most efficient and cost-effective methods of providing for the basic needs of our citizens: plentiful jobs, safe streets, good roads, and a roof over the head of every family working to do their best in a trying time. No matter how hard local government works on the big picture, if we cannot produce positive outcomes on the day-to-day issues that affect each of us individually, we will not have done our job. Every neighborhood street must be safe, and criminals must know they cannot prey on law-abiding citizens or unsuspecting visitors to our city. I have great confidence in our new police chief, and will work with him to get the resources he needs to get the job done. Our citizens also need to be able to trust that as criminals are taken off the streets, we must close the revolving door that lets repeat offenders continue to break into our homes or engage in violent crimes. And gang members cannot continue to peddle drugs and violence in our neighborhoods and schools. I'll convene all sectors of our criminal justice system and reach out to other cities in North Carolina struggling with the same challenges, and work with our leaders at the state level to reallocate resources and find the needed solutions. So today, as I acknowledge the challenge before us, I embrace the vision of what is possible and stand ready to provide the leadership Charlotte will need as we prepare for the future. With the support of my family, my friends, and neighbors, I'm letting you know all today, I am running to be the next mayor of Charlotte, North Carolina. I am prepared and excited to take on these challenges. I believe I'm uniquely qualified for the job, having built my own successful small business, having the educational background and training in business, government, and law, as well as years of experience through a personal commitment to public service. Thank you for your support, and let's get on with the job of working for a better Charlotte. Thank you all very much. Thanks, Lee. Thank you.